going on, everybody? I'm Jabby Kuwait, joined by Chara Kirk.
What's up?
We're continuing forward with Secret Invasion. It's 4th of July still over here in Los Angeles. Happy 4th to you, belated, if you're watching this after 4th of July, which you probably are. Anyway, we're on episode 3, Betrayed. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing a cut-down version of our reaction because we can only show a limited amount of picture-in-picture, but if you want to watch the whole thing with us, no cuts, no interruptions, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabbyKuwait, or become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Disney Plus subscription, so you can open up each episode and an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown sync, and it's like you're watching it with 2 of your favorite cinepals from the internet. If you're watching on Patreon or memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Here we go.
Everyone ready?
Uh-huh. Do you think it will work? Bring in chaos?
Just don't ask questions, man. It's safer that way.
Why did you join the resistance, Beto?
I didn't want our people to keep running.
That hat always looks like comedy to me. It just looks so funny to me.
You joined the same reason I did. All faith is built on risk.
I don't know.
That phrase doesn't actually
hold
a lot of weight.
I feel like faith is just built on faith.
You know, unless you're always talking about stuff related to politics and war, I suppose maybe there's some truth to that.
Ah, members of the council. Glad you could make it on short notice.
Please give this Asian guy a
I
line.
The humans will be at all-out war with each other within the week, and while they're at each other's throats, we're gonna break their backs. I'll invite you to join me in the extinction of the human race.
Wow.
It seems like the level of infiltration that they're able to do, you could literally do it anytime. Like, anytime.
Yeah.
You could go become the queen.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to, aside from, like, having the right look, you do need to have the right info as well, right? Which is why they have to learn the files and whatnot.
Yeah. 98.
Oh, another flashback.
The year before The Matrix came out. The year after Titanic came out.
This should put Dracov's men on their heels.
Looks like they already have. This new face of yours.
Oh, he knows.
I like it.
Who is she?
Well, that depends on where this goes.
There's a rule that, commander station and operatives cannot be in.
Our unit doesn't exist, Fury. That means I don't work for you.
That's an intriguing possibility.
Aww.
He's into the costume.
No.
He's into the...
No, he loves all of her, okay?
You been in touch with Gravi while I was gone?
And why are you asking me that?
Because I just need to be sure.
About what?
Who you become.
Well, you left her for 2 years.
I became a widow in your absence. And just when I thought I had gotten past the heartbreak, you came back in the blip. And silly me, I thought we were going to undo all the pain together.
Yeah, forgot about that.
You just up and vanished again. Only this time it was voluntary.
Yeah, that sucks.
If you're interested in who I became in your second absence, I became me, the me I was before you.
Ooh.
What other choice was there when you kept disappearing as if you were never really here in the first place?
Everything has consequences, Nick Fury.
That really sucks.
I don't have that information at hand right now. You two, take care.
Something important?
Nope.
Lies on top of lies.
Yeah, we're all hiding things.
Someone told the cops where we were headed, and only we knew that. It was me, you, Pagan, and Beto in the car. It's hard for Brogan to confess to something he didn't know.
Not so hard.
How'd you figure?
Brogan under torture. I'd imagine when they asked him where they could find you, he was forced to make an educated guess.
Is that what you do?
I'd lie. I'm a good liar.
See you tomorrow. Early. You coming with me?
Ooh. It's dangerous, girl.
Your father called for a parley. Apparently we're meeting about you.
Lovely.
He's forthright and honest, huh?
I feel like he's just testing her. Like the way he looks at her.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to see how you
Yeah, that's true.
respond to this information.
You asked me, Talos, choice between having my story told in ink and oil paint, or having it written in blood. I choose blood.
Yours and everyone else's, huh?
You asked for parley, so let's parley, shall we? Come on.
Yeah, oh gosh, you're being very, like,
Bombastic.
loud and
yeah.
dramatic at the National Portrait Gallery.
This is the scene in the commercial where
Yeah.
Talos gets up and then he's like surrounded by a bunch of same faces.
Are you honestly puzzled as to why the council would prefer me as general over the likes of you?
You want to be very, very careful now.
You should be grateful that I haven't sent her back to you in a body bag yet.
Wow.
I don't know why, but I like the detail of the old Asian lady in the background.
Yeah.
You're going to take our people to the edge of extinction with a war with the humans.
All these miscreants know is murder.
You don't understand the first thing about humans. They're at their most formidable when they're threatened. I'm going to tell every army on Earth who it is that's attacking them. You'll lose the element of surprise. You and your rebels will be put down.
Why are you giving away your plan?
We will show them. We who haven't been infected by your sickness.
So then Gaia stays with me then, is it?
Oh! Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The end of time. My daughter's name stays out of your mouth.
Oh. Take my daughter's name out of your mouth. Oh, he's got healing powers, eh? He's taking the Kool-Aid.
What an understated performance.
I got a lead on a rebel Skrull that's high up in the U.S. government. And he's in London.
What can I do for you?
I just told you.
I'm going to need you to,
Piss off.
use your words.
Oh,
Say
I'm sorry.
the words.
Apologize.
Say what words?
Don't play stupid. Come on.
Help me, Talos. Because I am useless without you.
You feel that sting? That's pride. Would you?
Neptune is a British sub. I know who to call.
Oh.
Hello, hello.
Whoever this is, you shouldn't have this number.
What do you know about a British submarine called Neptune?
First, I want an apology.
I just gave away the only one of those I had today.
Robert's rebels has infiltrated command.
Can you make the call?
Unfortunately, I'm dealing with my own infiltration at the moment. Somebody leaked the location of the butcher's shop when I was doing some of my best work.
Oh.
Are they loose enough to get me the captain's name?
His name is Commodore Robert Fairbank.
Can I get a photo and address?
Absolutely. Shall I tell him you're on your way?
Yeah, tell him that.
I like her.
Portsmouth. That's where Naval Command
Quite
HQ
the stuffy
is.
photo.
Portsmouth. That's a few hours. That's several hours away.
When I came here in 1995, you were just a benchwarming nobody in a dumpy field office.
I was ascending the ranks.
Wow, he's got him. He made his career with that whole operation.
So I just left you.
Yeah, I see.
Uh-oh. Oh. Is it a kid? It's a kid.
It's a guy whose face is too close to that TV. You're gonna ruin your eyesight, buddy.
That's
Better
true.
back up.
Come in, Talos.
Sorry, Nick. I was busy kicking Bob's ass. Second floor. Last door down the hall.
Copy that.
Uh-oh. That sounded weird. Something's funky, something's sus.
Oh.
Nobody calls me Nick, Bob.
When you let my son go.
This is not a negotiation, Bob. What you working on over there, Bob?
Oh.
He doesn't have like a war room. He just does it from his. Is that his bedroom?
Yeah, I think so.
You're like, I was like, it looks like his bedroom. I guess he's just monitoring the situation.
This has to be a mistake.
The message has been authenticated, Captain. You are obliged to strike.
This is how World War III actually almost started.
Oh.
And it was down to like one Russian person. Who
Oh,
was
that's
like,
right. Who was like,
maybe we shouldn't do this and blow up the world.
Why don't you shapeshift back into this piece of trash and call in an abort on that missile strike?
Maybe because he's the only one who knows the code word.
You got a code for us, Commodore?
You created this vacuum. All Gravik did is fill it.
wow.
Offered you a partnership, we would have stood by you proudly.
So stand with me now.
It's too late.
Enough of this bull!
Ooh!
I'm giving you 3 seconds to give me that code, or I'm gonna aim higher, or maybe lower. Give me the gun. Give me the 2. I said, give me that gun. You got minutes to figure out that code. If we can't make your friend here tell us.
He interrupted his Marcellus Wallace as a bitch monologue. I wanted to hear him. I was getting excited. I could feel the goosebumps from the Sam Jackson.
You can't even keep your daughter's loyalty.
Oh.
Or is she the spineless traitor feeding you information?
Ooh! Yeah. You don't talk about his daughter. But then now what are you going to do? You literally just killed the dude.
He wasn't going to get answers out of him.
I guess. So now what?
He's just going to pretend to be him.
He's just going to say words.
Commodore Robert Fairbanks. I need his launch termination password now.
Was that like a last resort call?
I guess.
He could have gone in with the...
Good evening, friends.
Operative Guy, what can we do?
Oh. That's it. No turning back now.
That guy is like the one on the left is like the war security. What was he trying to do with the gun?
They've all seen her now. She has to leave. Oh no.
Yeah.
They're all turning into super Skrulls. Oh, that's cool. Like she can look through his memories. What is it? His son's name?
You got it? Okay, now run.
Yeah.
Initiating go position.
Maybe she can shapeshift into another person.
Oh, that's smart.
And be like, she went that way. Go get her.
This is Fairbanks. Abort. Exercise. Code word? Zachary.
Told you. Son's name. Oh! It's not working. Oh, it is. Okay, phew.
That was a close call. Why isn't she transformed?
Yeah, run.
If she gets caught...
She's gonna get caught. She's gonna get caught. I don't like this for her. I don't like this. Nope. Oh, no. It's freaking graphic, isn't it?
Where are you off to, Gaia?
Ran out of snacks.
That plane would have been valuable. Finding the traitor was essential.
Oh, gosh.
Are you a leader of Skrulls? Or a West End?
Oh, shit, really?
Wow.
Damn.
They did that?
I was thinking she was going to come back with a dragon and massacre a city.
Oh, no, lady. What's up with you? She's working with Gravik, huh?
What?
What is that?
I suppose that's the question we're supposed to be asking.
Yeah. Oh, sus. You're sus, mustachey.
Oh, that's quite the room. Wow.
That's fancy. Oh.
Maybe it's a special gun.
Yeah.
Maybe it's got gold inside.
Maybe it's evidence that she's been hiding this whole time.
St. James Church, 1 hour.
I need to speak to Gravik.
Yeah, well, you're talking to me.
Whoa. Whoa. 2 things that just came up there. Wow. Because we see that she's working with Gravik, and so is Warhammer. Freaking A, I can't remember his name right now. Don Cheadle.
Oh, that was Don Cheadle's voice?
Yeah.
Rhodey?
Yeah, Rhodey.
I was like, why is she talking to an American? Okay. All right. Good job, you, for figuring that one out.
Isn't that Rhodey? I was pretty sure that's Rhodey's voice.
No, now that you say it, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That also, explains more clearly why Rhodey was such a D-bag.
Yeah.
Such a D-I-C-K.
D-I-C-K?
It's late. It's quite late. D-I-C-K. It's D-I-C-K to, Mr. Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow. Although, like, after her little monologue where she's all like, you left me, like, I grieved for you because she lost him for 5 years and then he came back and then he left voluntarily.
The last thing I thought was that she'd be working for Gravik after all that.
I know, right? No, but it
no
makes
way.
sense.
What a twist.
What a twist. Yeah.
Sorry.
Definitely the biggest twist was his daughter actually being killed. Or is she? I think she's dead, though.
I think that was slightly mishandled, but that might have been for budgetary reasons.
How do you...
Just because, like, I wanted to feel it, When she got shot, it should have been like she gets shot and she drops out of frame and the camera pans down and then she shapeshifts or whatever. Because it did this like this cutting of reverse angles and stuff. It's like I didn't feel anything emotionally. I was surprised. I'm like,
yeah, I was definitely surprised.
I was surprised, but I didn't feel anything. And I for that kind of a moment, I wanted to feel something. I felt a lot more from Cobie Smulders.
Well,
but like we've seen her for a while.
We've seen her for a while.
So it's like.
Yeah.
That had an unfair advantage over this particular. That's surprising though. It's like, oh wow, like I didn't think they'd kill off her.
Yeah. Although, like, I have questions. I'm questioning him as a dad now.
Perhaps that was the point, though, of like in the recap of why they showed us Cobie Smulders getting killed.
Oh.
Am I saying her name right?
Cobie Smulders?
Yeah. They showed us Maria Hill getting killed so that you're reminded sometimes we kill off characters that you like,
That's true.
I actually liked her. I actually liked her in this episode.
No,
what little we got of her.
I did like her. And so, yeah, it's upsetting that she's gone now. That was very surprising, but I think that that's going to have some ramifications for Talos for sure. Like, it just doesn't... I guess I just question him as a dad because it's like, okay, you love your daughter and you want her back and all that, but you let her like keep feeding you information like that, knowing full well that it's super dangerous. And then she walked right into that trap. Like, she did that for him. I guess she's an adult and she made her own decisions and all that, but still, I think this is really gonna mess him up.
You bring up a good point. But I think that if he asked her to not participate in this thing, she would have been like, no, I'm going to.
Yeah, that's true.
We're going to do this my way or whatever. And, like, what's it going to do? Put her in a box?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. Like, she is an adult. She made her own decisions, but, like, that sucks.
Yeah. It's going to inform his reaction and his desire for blood.
Yeah.
In
very
the next
much
episode. So there's that.
Yeah. I did enjoy Talos and Nick Fury's interactions in this episode as well. Like, I find them quite, like, entertaining to watch, although sometimes I have a hard time hearing what Ben Mendelsohn is saying. And
through all that mumble? You don't?
Yeah.
I thought you'd like that. The incoherent, Australian speak or whatever it is.
Well, no, it's not the accent that I'm having a hard time with. It is more of like the mumbling. I'm like, wait, I wish I had turned on subtitles.
I don't think his accent's a problem at all either. I was just trying to like add another word in there. Because I thought rhythmically it sounded like a more fun way to say that statement.
Sure, yeah.
I like his accent now. The only Australian whose accent I actually enjoy.
Are you lying?
No.
I can't tell with you right now.
I do like most of their scene work. I know, I can't tell with me either. I do like most of their scene work, but there is some times where it's veering on an overstayed thing.
Yeah.
Like it's overstaying its welcome sometimes. It starts to feel like I'm being told, see, we're doing a scene that has this kind of vibe. Do you like it? It's good, right? Get in, get out. Do the thing you came to do and get out.
Sure.
And it's like it's trying to ha-ha me, and I'm like, no, you kind of had it, but then just let it go. Let's move on.
I just like Nick Fury being Nick Fury.
They messed up his Marcellus Wallace speech. Sorry, like you can't do that. He was amping up, Shot him in the leg.
Yeah.
And like you needed a moment where he's like, does Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch? He needed that amped up thing, and then Talos just took it from him. Like, fuck you, Talos.
I know.
Just messed it up.
I feel like we needed a few more like, bitch, motherfucker. Like, just more of that. It felt like it was going to go there, and then they're like, no.
Yeah, Sam Jackson's having to do all this work with one arm behind his back.
It's like, no. You cannot do you. Just tone it down a little bit.
How do you feel about the dynamic between him and his wife, lady person thing?
Well, that was strange. I like their dynamic generally. Like, I think it's cute and all. But then after they had that, like, heavy conversation where she's basically like, you literally abandoned me. What did you expect? I've gone back to being who I was before, right? Like, whatever it was she was before, like a spy, a soldier, whatever it was, right? So she's basically saying, like, I've gone back to my old ideals. And then she kisses him and pretends like everything is fine. Maybe that was the point. Maybe that was the point that they were driving
It's the kiss
home.
of Judas. Can't you see art in front of you when it's there?
No, I cannot, clearly.
I had some questions. I think they answered it. Because I was like, why didn't you just have like a doppelganger or a Skrull be on Earth in that house? Whatever. And then she goes up to space with you and hangs out. Because he seemed, am I confusing the timeline? Like in Spider-Man, the one with Jake Gyllenhaal, Nick Fury's up in space. And we find out that the Nick Fury on Earth is a Skrull, right? Isn't that what happens in the Spider-Man movie?
Oh,
and so he's just been hanging out all that whole time up there, right? And then here in this show, he's back on Earth. It's like, why couldn't he bring his wife up there? He seemed like he was having a good time.
He's trying to, I guess the idea that they're trying to feed us is that he's trying to run away from all of his responsibilities or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, I don't have that. I mean, yes, I have to accept it at face value is ultimately what I'm coming to conclude here. Because I'm like, she just let him? And there's no argument like, yo, I'm coming up there with you, bitch. I haven't had you in 5 years.
Yeah.
And she's also a Skrull. And so I was like, can't you just like, make a phone call and be like, hey, my hubby's up there and I'd like to be next to him. Send a ship down right now to pick me up.
Yeah.
Something like she can't do that. You got to explain that shit to me. So that's an aside. The other thing is like, okay, so she's an alien, right? Does it at all feel like there should be, how do I put this? The kind of dynamic that they're having just feels like two human beings. It doesn't feel like he's married to an alien. Maybe that's the point.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like even if you have two people on Earth, two Earthlings, as it were.
Humans.
One from one country, one from another country. There's gonna be some, language barrier type things.
Oh, or like cultural
clashes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit more of that between Ben Mendelsohn and Sam Jackson than him and his supposed wife. Like,
well, I don't even think that the clashes between him and Ben Mendelsohn are due to culture. It's just like,
no, but there's like that whole argument in the train. But there was the whole thing in the train. Well, I don't know.
Well, it's because he didn't disclose the full information that there are 1 million Skrulls just roaming around on planet Earth who can just turn into whoever they want at will.
All I'm saying is it feels relatively normal and not like he's in a relationship with an alien.
So here is what I think they want us to feel, which is because they're shapeshifters and because they're very good at assimilating and learning all of the behaviors and patterns and whatever of the people whose faces and bodies they're borrowing.
Yeah.
I suppose then we're supposed to make the leap that they would just understand the culture.
Isn't it potentially, logical that they've been together so long that when she realizes, oh, it's my husband, she would just shapeshift back into...
Yeah, that's I did wonder about that as well, because it's just like, oh, so you literally just want to see me as a human. Like, I'm a Skrull. Like, why can't I just be a Skrull at home?
So here's a question.
Okay.
Does she ever have to actually put makeup on? Or is it just...
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I don't
just
know.
Just shapeshift your makeup into reality?
That would be awesome.
They shapeshifted some clothes in the van.
Yeah.
So why not some makeup?
Sure, they probably do that.
Anyway, this is a cool episode, I suppose. I'm enjoying it. I think I enjoyed this one more than the second one. I had more fun with it overall.
I want more Sonya. She's fun. Yeah.
Yes. Objectively speaking, how did you feel about the oil painting scene with Gravik and him going off on one?
I mean, I definitely see your point about how it was like a little bit too much. Like, I guess that the actor who is playing Gravik, sometimes he does veer towards more of the like theatrical way of acting. He definitely gives extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I guess it makes sense because I was wondering why he was being like so loud and dramatic in the National Portrait Gallery or whatever it was, and it's like, it's literally just full of all his people, so he can feel right at home.
So, a long time ago, I watched a movie called No Country for Old Men. At the end of the movie, Tommy Lee Jones has a monologue that is almost straight to camera, and he's kind of mumbling and rambling on, and then the credits hit, and I'm like, I wasn't paying attention to what he just said. Was that important? And so I kind of had the same feeling while Garrick, what's his name? Gravik? Gravik. While he's going off on one, I was just like, what? Was that important? Like, I just checked out. He was just so big. I'm like, all I can see is your arms moving around, like you're making a fake airplane like a child. That's all I saw at that moment. Sorry, it's 4th of July. Anyway, I didn't like it. I didn't like his performance through most of that. Not saying his performance is bad in general. Like that whole cluster of scenes, I wasn't overly impressed.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's definitely leaning into like the bad guy kind of style.
If he had done a little bit of Jonathan Majors, I suppose, in his revelation in Loki. Because Jonathan Majors had like hills and valleys, right?
Yeah.
And he kind of did it, you know? He was very, very big, and then he kind of brought it in. When he was talking shit about Talos' daughter, he kind of brought it in. Now, an interesting, fun thing there. I'm going to show you guys something.
What?
So this right here is something I use as a way to figure out if we are relatively obeying the rule of thirds. As you can see, our eyes are on the rule of thirds. Now, there was in that scene, if you watch, there was a lot of like their eyes being down on the lower thirds like this. And I'm wondering why it was like that.
I was going to ask you, why do you think it's that way?
Oh, you noticed it too?
No, but now that you bring it up, I'm like, why do you think it was that way?
Well, I noticed that it's like, when I saw it, I was like, this just feels wrong. Why are they doing that? But then I noticed that they had the wide shot where their eyes were on the lower rule of thirds as well. You could see the big white thing behind them in that cafeteria room, whatever that was.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, now it seems like it's deliberate. And then at a certain point, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Talos was still lower and Gravik was higher on the rule of thirds. So I think that was a subtle way of saying who had the power in that scene.
Right.
I think that's what that was about. I could be wrong. But I just noticed that. Fun little film school for you guys who didn't know shit about the rule of thirds. That's a thing. Anyway, I don't know what that means. I didn't really enjoy it. It was just something I saw.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that could mean.
Overall, good effort. I like that. It's cool. There were some clunky things in there that I didn't care for, but I'm still staying tuned for episodes 4 through 6. You know, there's enough meat here for me to go, I'm going to keep watching. I'm enjoying certain things enough.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see like what's going to happen. Because
no, I'm not curious at all. I don't think anyone watching is curious in the slightest.
It's just really hard, you know, like sometimes it can be difficult to follow. Especially because we've got enemies that can shapeshift.
And Mendelsohn's mumbling?
Yeah, and sometimes I'm just like, wait, who's a bad guy and what's going on right now? And then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah.
You're confused about who's the bad guy?
Sometimes.
Like when? When were you confused in this episode?
Like I didn't realize that Ben Mendelsohn had changed into Bob.
Oh, yeah, but that's by design.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
No, that's on purpose.
Oh, all right. I thought I was just being dumb.
No, not at all. that was designed to misdirect. Like, I thought that was by design. Like,
okay.
Oh, it's, you know, like.
Yeah. Because I'm all like, wait, what? Who? Huh?
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like, I thought that was cool actually. The only thing I didn't like was when the soldier was like, hey, I just left you in the office upstairs and I have all this time I could kill you, but instead I'm saying these lines.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, he would have just, I know that you have to say that because the audience is otherwise going to be confused while he's pulling out a gun. But
no, it's true. Also, talking about lines, our Asian friend still hasn't had one.
That's right. What the fuck? Why hasn't he said anything?
I know.
To be fair,
so
though,
bad for him.
Most of the people in that room didn't say anything in that scene.
Yeah, but they got to say it.
They
got to say lines in the previous ones. So.
Yeah. Oh, to that, if anyone's still watching, right? A couple people responded saying, well, you know, the actress is Indian and she's Asian, so doesn't that kind of count? It's like, no, the Asian dude keeps getting fucked. Like,
yeah, like they all need to have lines, okay? I appreciate our Asian sister got lines, but our Asian brother needs to have lines too, okay?
Or don't put him in there. I'm sure he's happy to be there on set. Actually, you know what? Applause for him. Maybe he's happy to be there. Hopefully he's still getting paid as a SAG person, not as an under 5, but like as a proper union. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if it's under 5 lines, generally they don't like give you residuals or something like that.
No, you don't.
You're just a featured extra at that point. But like, If I can have no lines in a commercial and get paid residuals off that, I don't see why he can't get paid residuals off this. I don't know what the streaming rules are, but anyway, that's a cool payday, you know? Show up, you don't have to say anything, you just gotta look like you got that mean mugging look, whatever, and that's it. You go home, you did your job.
Yeah.
That's the best. You get paid anyway. And then you can put that in your reel, your acting reel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
just want to hear him say something.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Until you hear him talk, you're like, oh shit, put that back.
Put it back inside the box.
Anyways, you guys hopefully had fun. I'm Jabby Kawai. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.